Hello everyone and welcome to the Sandbrook Adventures, where we're here in a very hot Rome, Italy for a sightseeing day. You're looking forward to exploring the city?
Oh, I'm really looking forward to it. I've always wanted to come to Rome, so I'm glad that I'm finally here.
There's a big reason though why you wanted to come to Rome, isn't there, Charlotte?
So I adore the Lizzie McGuire movie, and it was filmed in Rome, so I'm going to get to see the sights from the movie.
That's such an old movie as well, isn't it?
I love it. It's such a good film.
What, from like the early 2000s?
Yeah, it is brilliant. I love it.
All like the filming locations. Well, of course, there's so much history here and beautiful buildings, and we're going to be covering all of that today in this vlog. Of course, we're going to be having a tour around the Colosseum. I last did it 8 years ago. Charlotte's never done that, so that's going to be coming up. We're going to be checking out the Roman Forum and quite a few other sites as well, including our first stop of the day just here.
And the first stop is the Trevi Fountain.
Hey, so this is a beautiful fountain with all the building around, all the rocks, and yeah, it's a very lucky place to come, isn't it, as well?
Yeah, so you're going to chuck a coin in, and then it means you'll return to Rome in the future.
Oh, there you go. So come and join us here on the channel. It's going to be a really hot day. We've got highs of up to 36 degrees Celsius. But you know what? We're starting off nice and early this morning. Let's go and have a look at the Trevi Fountain. And we've got down pretty early here this morning. It's just gone 10 o'clock. All the crowds are starting to arrive for the day. And there's a look at the absolutely spectacular Trevi Fountain. It's not just the fountain itself, which is gorgeous, but the whole building there just behind it. It is stunning, isn't it? And it's in an immaculate condition as well. Been looked after so well over the years, as a historic site like this should be. I mean, it is spectacular. Look at all the details on there as well, the statues, the fountain itself. And the good thing is you can get nice and close to it as well for photos, and you can have like pictures on multiple different levels. You know, you've got like the lower level, which is closest down to the bottom of the pond itself where the fountain sits, and you got all the different levels that go up to the side. Yeah, I've forgotten just how big and impressive this was. What are you thinking, Charlotte?
Oh, it's stunning. It's a lot bigger than I thought it was going to be. I didn't think it would be quite this big, but oh, it's beautiful, isn't it?
So in the Lizzie McGuire movie, what scene happens around here then?
So she comes down and she chucks a coin in with Paolo. I think that's what his name is. I haven't seen the film for quite a while. I need to rewatch it. And then basically this man appears, and then it's like the man of a dreams. It's a very good movie. You need to watch it.
I think I have seen it a long time ago.
It's amazing. It's such a good film. And what's actually a really nice story is the actual song that was in the Lizzie McGuire movie, This Is What Dreams Are Made Of. I actually walked down the aisle to that when we got married.
Oh, just a few weeks ago.
So nice.
And yeah, we have been on our honeymoon as well. I'm sure you probably already heard that from the vlogs over on Theme Park Worldwide. Just in case you haven't, this is actually the first vlog we've uploaded on this channel since getting married. So yeah, thanks again so much for all of your kind words and support. We really do appreciate it. It was a magical day, and yeah, we've just done 7 nights on a Royal Caribbean cruise, Oasis of the Seas. We didn't film that with it being our honeymoon, but we did have a lovely time. And it's free to come and access the fountain down here. You don't need to pay anything to come and see it, which is good. All the buildings around, got a lot of character around here as well.
So the tradition is to chuck money in, but I haven't got any euros, so I'm going to chuck 20p in instead.
Oh, here we go. 20p. Oh, you do it backwards, do you? That's it. You nearly missed.
Oh no.
That's it. It's in. There you go. A lot of coins down in the bottom there. There is loads. Yeah, beautiful to come and see it. If you come into Rome, you just got to come and see the Trevi Fountain. The perfect place to start off our sightseeing tour today. Beautiful blue skies there as well. But yeah, it is very impressive. One of the most famous fountains in the world, this one. It's right here in Rome, Italy. And the fountain was completed in 1762 and was most recently refurbished in 2015. That's why it's looking so fresh, not that long ago really. Amazing. Give you a bit of an idea on the scale. You can just see them people stood at the bottom there on the rocks at the sides. Yeah, it gives you a bit of an idea on the size of it. The Trevi Fountain. What a beautiful sight to start our visit here to Rome. So what we're going to be doing, we're just going to be walking around on foot today because a lot of the sites aren't too far away from each other. Like I said, we're going to be heading to the Roman Forum later, but up next we're booked in for the Colosseum. Yeah, what do you think of the fountain then? You like it?
Oh, it's lovely. I think it's really nice. It's really well maintained as well. It's been kept really well. I think it looks beautiful.
Yeah, and the architecture of Rome is stunning, isn't it?
Stunning. There's so much beautiful architecture to look at, like all the buildings and all the streets. It's so cool.
Yeah, it's not even like the main landmarks a lot of the time, just a lot of the buildings that are just lovely to see. Really nice city, Rome. It's certainly one of my favourites. So anyway, we're going to walk on foot now and head down towards the Colosseum, and I'm sure we'll see a few things along the way. Something that I love about the buildings in Italy are all the shutters on the windows. They're very colourful as well. Lots of like oranges and reds, and maroon. When you're round by the fountain, lots of different restaurants, bars, gift shops down here as well. A lot of people enjoying breakfast at the moment. We're about a 5-minute walk so far from the Trevi Fountain. This is quite picturesque here, all the buildings with the little bridges going over. That's the thing with Rome, there's just so many like little areas that you can just explore, and yes, you've got the main busy areas, but you can soon find a nice quiet spot, you know. It's like this street here, it's a lot more peaceful and calm than just 5 minutes round the corner. Oh, what a beautiful day for exploring around this beautiful city. And look at this here, the huge building there with the horses and the carriages on the top. Always impressed me here in Rome. And all these buildings here, the remains, the ruins. Wow. Obviously some restoration going on around here as well. Gradually making our way down towards the Colosseum, which is round to the left. From what I remember. It's actually really nice and peaceful around here this morning. Just hear someone playing a little bit of light music in the background. It's very nice. Beautiful. Going on around here. It's like they're doing a lot of restoration on the monuments and buildings around here to preserve it for future generations to enjoy. Hey, and there's our first view looking down towards the absolutely stunning Colosseum. About a 15-minute walk just down the road here. And this is the Roman Forum on the right hand side, and we're going to be walking around here this afternoon as well. And as with any popular tourist hotspot, you're always going to get street sellers, so be wary of that. And also people wanting money as well from dancing around dressed as big pandas. Oh yeah, you just got to watch out, people like selling bottles of water and that sort of thing. Don't do it. I mean, in Rome there's actually free fountain drinks that you can get, fountain refills, isn't there?
Yeah, which is brilliant, and they are ice cold as well. You just literally put your water bottle in and it will fill it up for free.
Yeah, enjoying walking around this city?
Oh, it's wonderful. We're actually off to the concert venue now.
For the movie.
Movie. They actually had the concert held in the
Or at least it looks like it was held in the Colosseum.
But I don't think it actually was inside.
Yeah, it's nice. Yeah, these are what you got to watch out for, like these street sellers. Don't buy from them, people. Yeah, you don't want to be buying from them.
That bear?
I don't have a clue. It looks a bit like Ted. Yeah, you just got to watch out. Along with that as well, beware of like pickpockets. It's the same with a lot of cities, but especially here, you really want to just beware of like pickpockets. Don't have like your phone, wallet and stuff, you know, in your pockets. Like Charlotte's got a bag just on the front.
Just on my front, and if like Sean, he's got a drawstring bag, so it's full of clothes stuff. Yeah,
like not a zip bag. Yeah, this is where we're going to be walking around this afternoon, all around this. Which is very nice. Now, I'll talk a bit about what we paid and for the tickets and that sort of thing in just a moment when we get down to the bottom. That's a bit more fitting, isn't it? Than the big panda. Hey, they're having a Segway tour around Rome. That's not a bad idea, is it?
Segways are really cool. We've done them before.
Yeah, we did them a few years ago, didn't we, in Cannock Chase,
Yeah,
not
they
too
were
far
really
from
good
us.
fun.
Yeah, I enjoyed them. And we're approaching the Colosseum now. There's a lot of restoration work going on at the moment around here. Looks like they're redoing some of the roads and things as well. There it is, the gorgeous Colosseum. It is massive as well. Pictures and videos don't do it justice, like it is stunning. We did actually come down the other night and have a look at it as well, didn't we, before the cruise?
Oh, it's beautiful. I wasn't expecting it to be so big and on such a grand scale, but it's beautiful.
Yeah, it was nice when the sun was going down
Lovely.
the other night as well, and obviously they light it all up at night as well, which is pretty spectacular. Obviously a lot more of it is still intact on this side than round at the other side there, a lot taller and more archways, more depth to it. But what a piece of history. Over 1,900 years old. Wow, look at this. A Colosseum here in Rome. 1,937 years old. Wow. We've just got about 30 minutes to go until our time slot to go in. In terms of how much we paid, really cheap to come and see a piece of history like this. 18 euros for a ticket per person, and that gets you into the Colosseum to have an explore around for as long as you want to, and then also you can head over to the Roman Forum. Now when you book, you need to book your time slot for the Colosseum as 11:15 a.m, but then you don't need to book a time slot to go around the Roman Forum. So I think it's really good how, you know, you get them things included in the ticket. Always book through the official Colosseum website as well, because you'll often see other websites when you Google like Colosseum tickets, and it'll say like, oh, official site, but they'll be charging a lot more than the actual real official site for the Colosseum. So bear that in mind. Don't get conned, you know, when you're trying to book tickets for it. I wouldn't buy tickets like here on the day from you know, anywhere around either apart from the official desks, but I definitely would book it online through the official website. Then you know you're coming here, you've got your guaranteed entry, and you also know you're getting the best price as well. 18 euros to come and see a piece of history like this. I mean, can't complain about that. So yeah, we're just gonna have a stroll around, take a few pictures, get a few more shots, and we'll just show you where that free water refill area is just around the corner as well. You got a lot of people trying to sell you water around here, including this man just here, look. There you go, he's just literally trying to sell water. He's probably just got it out of the free machine over there.
What was interesting, we walked past a tour group and the gentleman was like, do not buy water from these people because you don't know where it's kept.
Yeah.
You're best just either buying your own or using the free water fountains that are just over there to be on the safe
Another
side.
one, just yeah, literally just round this corner. We'll just show you where that is now. Yeah, so impressive, look at it. Wow. What a building, what a building, what a day to come and see it as well. Beautiful weather we've had this trip. And of course, when I say about booking your tickets through the official website, they do actually offer a few different types of official tickets, and you can also get official tours as well. Not everyone's out there to con you, but you just got to be very careful, you know, when you're booking tickets at any monumental site like this, wherever you are around the world, because, you know, there is people that try and sell you tickets more expensive than what they are on the official website. But I'm sure there's plenty of legitimate tours as well, and you can see a lot of big groups around, a lot of tours that will be happening around here.
Sometimes people try and sell you tickets that aren't even genuine. You'll get to the front of the queue and they'll just be like, these aren't even valid.
Yeah, you got to be so careful with any kind of attraction like this, especially when it's a big thing like the Colosseum, you know. But yeah, you can see a lot of tour groups, and I'm sure they are fine and they are official, but always just double check, do your research before booking any tickets. It's like even me the other day when I booked this like 3 days ago, you know, just Googled Colosseum tickets, and it was like the 5th website down on Google, which was actually the official one. It came up with all these other ones first, so I decided to click on them, and there was one that was trying to charge me 40 euros per person. Yeah, when the official is only 18, so you just gotta be careful. So there we go, this is where you can fill up your drinks for free. Literally just over here, fountain drinks, get your water bottle and just fill it up, and it's really cold as well. We did try this the other day when we're here. So yeah, we're going to fill up the water bottle so we're nice and prepared, because there's quite a lot of walking around that we're going to be doing this afternoon. So yeah, it's completely free, drinking water treated and refrigerated. No need to buy from the people who are walking around selling you water. You can also get sparkling or still, so I think we'll go for still. Not a big fan of sparkling water.
Hyperia's in.
Cameo from the Hyperion water bottle. There you go, you can even charge your phone over here as well. I mean, I probably wouldn't leave it unattended like this person has. But yeah, you can just charge your phone over here as well, USB ports. Lovely. refreshing. So we've still got a little bit of time before we can enter the Colosseum. Just wanted to have a little stroll around the outside here and show you it from a few different angles. And this is one of the most fascinating angles I find of the Colosseum, because obviously you can see the different layers that used to make this up. I mean, you know, you would have had this other layer coming around the side here, then the other one on the outside, and you can just see the foundation still intact down there at the bottom as well. And obviously at some point, I'd imagine this section here was restored, because you've got a very different brickwork there to a lot of the rest of it. They probably thought, oh, we'll restore that section. Don't really know when that was done or anything, but you can just tell with the bricks on there, you know, they don't match the others. Probably thought, oh, we'll restore that to at least make it a full round circle again. Fascinating building just to see it though, isn't it? And obviously you get a bit of an idea. The great thing is with this, I'm just so pleased that, you know, a main section of the facade did actually survive, you know, which is great. All these years, you know, almost 2,000 years of history we're looking at here. So yeah, we'll just have a stroll around the back section just here now. And we'll just come up onto the pathway here now next to the road. Great view looking over towards the Roman Forum there as well, where we're going to be this afternoon. And yeah, again, this gives you a bit of an idea how far originally it would have come out just here. You can see some of the original foundations just there. Fascinating to come and see. And yeah, this is where you can see that change from the original stonework just here into the more modern bricks just there on the left hand side as well. And again, I'm not too sure when that was built, but you have got a retaining wall on the side just here to help keep the remaining part of the outer circle standing there as well. The good thing is there's probably around 50% of it still standing around the outside. Very impressive, but it gives you a great idea on the depth to it, doesn't it? All the different archways. And in fact, this was built, you know, by hand all them years ago, like without cranes and computers design all the architects and everything. Like incredible. Like things like this fascinate me. They really do. Amazing the fact that sites like this were created by hand all them years ago. Like, oh, what a place to come and see. You've got to come and see this at one point in your life, like, and it's so close as well, especially if you're in Europe. Just get some cheap Ryanair flights out here if you've never been to see it. I'm sure many of you watching this have, but yeah, just come and do it, because you can just really feel like just a vibe around here, you know, like all the history, like it's wonderful. Nowhere quite like Rome. Another great angle here as well, showing the outer section and how this was built to keep that standing. And here it is, the most stunning and intact part of the Colosseum here in Rome. Around here on this front side, it is so impressive, isn't it? All the different archways, and yeah, you can see the people that's on the inside there. That's why we're going to be walking around and seeing it, so we can have a little look on the inside of it all. Wow. And again, you get an idea on the scale of it as well when you see all the people down here at the bottom. Beautiful, isn't it?
Oh, it is stunning to look at. Like, it's just so pretty.
You excited to go and have a little look inside?
I'm looking forward to seeing and going inside.
A real piece of history. So we're going to make our way down to the entrances. So they've got a few different entrances depending on ticket types. I think ours is literally just around the front there. They've got like a groups entrance, like a single entrance for like single purchase tickets. So I think we'll be going down through that one, because obviously we booked our tickets online. But yeah, 18 euros. I think that's fantastic. And that, like I say, isn't just for the Colosseum, that's for the Forum as well. So we're going to make our way down there now. You need to bring a form of ID as well with your tickets to go into the Colosseum. So yeah, we'll go and make our way down there and head inside. Well, I've got to say that was very efficient. We waited less than 5 minutes. We had our tickets scanned, ID checked, came through the security, and we're now in the Colosseum.
I was expecting it to be a massive queue, but that was really efficient.
Yeah, I mean, it looked really busy, but they've got a lot of security to get you all through. So yeah, there's like airport style security, go through scanners, and also put your bag through a scanner as well. So welcome to the Colosseum. It's like little sections like this, isn't it? It really makes you think, oh, you know, what's happened here over the years? Like, wow. So if you're in a group, you stay to the left, or if you've got individual tickets, which we have, you stay to the right hand side, just down here. I've also got some toilets down here as well. It's a great view looking through all the archways here and into the main part of the Colosseum, straight down there. And of course we're starting off here on the ground level. And these are some great images just over here. The top one showing the full building, and it was intact there as well. And what looks like covers that could be brought down as well, all the way around the top, just to provide shade, I'd imagine. And here we go, up the stairs. Also worth noting, they have built a lift in here as well to get you up to the next level, if you do require that. The big steps. The Romans must have had big feet. They look that big on camera, but the massive steps. Oh, we made it. We're upstairs just here. You've got some models to see of different sections of the Colosseum. Lots of information boards as well, in Italian, English and Chinese. A bit of an exhibition as you're walking around this area. All the different types of stone as well that have been used. Just think these were all like hand carried and carved. Fascinating. There's a look out from where we are on this level as well. These different statues just here. You've got a female head down here on the end. A male head down here and a few other ones. There's a look down to that lower section. I think that's where we looked in from down at the bottom actually.
Oh, there's two pigeons there, cuddling.
There's quite a few different artifacts as well. All these different pots.
Look at those small bones.
Ah yeah, what are they from? What did you say on the side?
Number 3. Skeleton of a rat.
There you go. The skeleton of a rat.
They're really small bones.
Yeah. Not many bones in a rat, is there? And here's an awesome model that we can see just here as well. Fantastic. And you can't see it the best just here because of the lighting, but there's another huge model just here. Luckily, we'll get to see the real thing from this angle in just a few moments. And that's the model from around here at the front. So obviously you can see all the statues around there as well that would have been in all the different archways around there too. And like all these up there on the top, I reckon that was for that like roof structure. All them top sections. So we're going to come out of the archways here now and go for an overlook into the arena itself now. It's been nice, it's been in the shade under here, but it's going to be very hot again when we get out here. Worth it though. Let's come and see this amazing piece of history. Wow, and here we are in the arena itself. Just the size of it as well, I'd forgotten just how big it was. Obviously you get a good idea here on the scale when you look down at the people on the platform at the bottom. So obviously they've built this cover here as like a viewing area, but this would have been all the way covered and that would have been the main part of the arena itself. And here you can see like all the walls and areas there underneath the floor. So yeah, you just got to imagine that the floor was all the way across here. All the different levels, fascinating. Wow, amazing to see. What do you think, Charlotte?
Oh, it's amazing. Like, I'm so pleased that it's still so intact. Like, I was expecting there to not be anything inside. I wasn't expecting much brickwork at all. So, to be honest, there was quite a lot to see inside.
Yeah, there is, and you just imagine that floor, you know, covering over that whole bottom section. It's quite nice in a way how they restored that section on the left, because it does give you an idea of how it would have covered it all the way across, and like all them areas where the animals and the people that were fighting would have been down there, like underneath, and then of course brought up into the main arena itself. What about Lizzie McGuire then, Charlotte? So
the concert was held here, so obviously Lizzie was here with Isabella, and they were singing to the song, "You don't have to sail the ocean, no, no, no." Packed out arena for this concert, like it was full packed out, and it was excellent.
We're gonna have to watch it when we get back.
If you haven't seen it, definitely worth watching. It's a fantastic film.
Oh, nice just to get in the shade down here. That's where we walked earlier on. We got some footage. Yeah, you can see that supporting wall on the side just there. Now this is probably my favourite view here in the Colosseum. Looking back towards the taller section over on that side. From here as well you can get an idea on where some of the close-up seating would have been. Like you can see this section just here, and that would have spanned all the way around the main arena just here as well. Shaped a bit like an egg, isn't it really? Like when you look at it from here. And walking around here, you can just get an idea on the atmosphere that there would have been down in here, in the arena.
Like this would have seated like thousands of people. Can you imagine like the atmosphere and the noise that they would have produced?
That's the thing with it all being made of stone as well.
It would be so loud.
Like, oh, would have been amazing. Absolutely amazing. It's coming to see things like this, it's incredible. I'm just going to have a little look over the balcony down here. There's the big archway just out the front. Obviously that's where we came in, just had our ticket scanned down the bottom there. And that's looking over to the Forum, which is where we're going to be walking around this afternoon later in this video. And they've also got a shop just over here, so we're going to have a little look inside now. And that air conditioning is so good in here, like, it is so hot walking around there. Luckily, there is a bit of shade, like when you're around the outside and with the archways, but still it is very hot. So yeah, it's nice just to come and get a bit of AC. T-shirts and bags just here. There's the Romans on. Quite a large gift shop actually. Well, these are nice. That AC is good, isn't it?
It's got loads in here, t-shirts and stuff.
Yeah.
Nice.
This is pretty cool that they're selling here as well. Rome reconstructed. Yeah, it gives you a bit of an idea on the full kind of scale of it originally just there. And yeah, it shows you like through its different stages over the years in multiple different languages.
I love this. This is so cute. So it's like a Polaroid picture, but it's a fridge magnet. How cool is that showing up? Oh, I love that. That's so cute.
Well, they had some really nice things there inside the gift shop. Hey!
Oh, we had to get this. This is so sweet. I love it.
Yeah, so we've actually got a scrapbook for our wedding and honeymoon that was made by the bridesmaids. So we're going to put this in there, aren't we?
Yeah, we've been collecting postcards from the cruise and the destinations that we went to, took loads of photos, so I'm going to put this in the scrapbook.
Yes, that'd be really nice. To be honest, you might start doing some more scrapbooks and things, especially for some of the bigger trips that we do, like the Asia trip that we did over on Theme Park Worldwide, and like our US road trip last year that we covered across both channels. You know, yeah, maybe start doing a bit more like that, because it's nice, isn't it, instead of everything being digital all the time. As much as we've got the videos there for the members as well, it'd be nice just to have some printed like photo albums and things. I think that's something that we're going to do in the future. Well, we mentioned earlier on from the model that there would have been all the statues and the archways. Obviously none of them remain, but they have put these just in the front there as like a silhouette, just to give you a bit of an idea on the scale of those as well. It really would have added to the grandeur of this splendid building. And back down to level 1 now. Yeah, they are huge. Look at them. You suddenly probably didn't have these handrails back then either. They come down here wearing all like the armour and everything. Like, oh, I don't know how they did it. Amazing. What I really like as well is how they've got these different sections that have obviously fallen over the years that are just still preserved here and on display, and with all the information just here as well. The internal architecture. That's the thing, you don't realise how deep it is as well, like with all the different layers. Fascinating, absolutely amazing. So we had an explore around the top section, getting some views looking down into the arena. Now we're much closer to it here as well, and you get an idea of like all these different areas underneath. Fascinating. So I reckon this would have all still been seating around here. In fact, yeah, it would have been. Like if you look at the bit that's being restored on the other side. So like we're kind of standing underneath where the seats would have been. And then underneath down there, you've got like all the lower section. I believe there is a paid extra tour that you can do where you go underneath here as well. We're not doing that today, but it's something we might look at doing in the future next time we come. And here's that close-up look at the arena, and you realise just how big it would have been just here. All the different archways and like tunnels underneath the area, and that floor would have been at that same sort of level as what they've restored here, been all the way across. Wow. Just to think some of the things that have happened here, like, you know, hundreds, thousands of years ago, right here in the middle of the Colosseum in Rome. We're just going to have a little bit more of a walk around, and then we're going to exit the Colosseum, have a little bit of lunch somewhere, and then we're going to be checking out the Roman Forum right next door, included as part of our €18 ticket. Not bad at all. It's been amazing though coming to see this again. It is so impressive, it really is. I've forgotten just how big and of a grand scale this really is. You really feel like a part of something when you come and see this. Oh, well, that was awesome, exploring the Colosseum here in Rome. My second time doing it and still just as amazing as the first. What about for you, Charlotte? I
really enjoyed that. There was a lot more to look at in there than I thought there was going to be on that upstairs section, where it had like all the replicas and like all the models, which was really nice. I really enjoyed it.
Yeah, it's nice. It's a bit like a museum, all the artifacts up there. It's really well preserved. And just looking at it there behind us, like, almost doesn't look real. The Colosseum is something that you get to, you know, taught a lot at school, isn't it? Roman history and stuff.
I used to love learning about the Romans when I was at school, because it was so interesting. I never thought that I'd get to come and see the Colosseum, but it's really glad that I did.
Oh, fascinating. And of course this is just part of it today, because we're going to make our way now to the Roman Forum, and like I say, this is actually included in the ticket at €18, and it's right next door, so let's go and check this out. And the entrance to the Roman Forum is directly opposite the Colosseum, so if we spin back round this way, see the Colosseum just behind us there, and we follow up towards this archway. Got to watch yourself on these big cobbles.
They're quite slippery, aren't they?
Yeah, they are. You're walking around, yeah, you want suitable footwear when you're walking around here. Whew, are you hot, Charlotte?
Oh, God, it's so warm, isn't it?
It is. Very hot. And we're now inside. There was only a short queue to get in, and it took a couple of minutes. We had our ticket scanned, same ticket as we used over at the Colosseum, and also through security check as well. And yeah, this is a big area to walk around. All the different buildings and what remains really here of this part of Rome. Fascinating. Just going to take it easy because it is extremely hot this afternoon. There's not really loads of shade around here. So when you come in through the archway, you've got the option of either going right or left. So we decided to come left up here and have a look on some of the higher sections first and take in some of the best views across Rome. So there's the Colosseum, it's off to the right. All these different buildings here. What remains? So yeah, we're going to carry on walking along this top section and get some great views. And then of course we'll meander down the lower section there and get up close and personal to some of the buildings. Oh, it's so nice and peaceful walking around here as well. There's just so much to explore. All the different archways and tunnels and buildings, different viewpoints as well. You can go even higher than where I am right now. Wow. It's incredible just to see the real thing, isn't it, as well? Because obviously over on our other channel, Theme Park Worldwide, visit a lot of theme parks that always have like Roman-inspired theming and themed areas, you know, and it was all come back to this, like the original. This is it. And it's beautiful, it really is. You really just feel a part of it when you come somewhere like this and see it all. It's breathtaking, it really is. Wow. Oh, I tell you what, it is bacon. And yeah, just walked up some more steps. Got the different facts boards as well, in multiple different languages, giving you all the information. Whew. Yeah, it's a killer in this heat. And this view looks amazing from around here. Worth tracking up all them steps to come and see. Oh. Wow, look at this. All across Rome. Stunning, isn't it? That's all the information about the different buildings that we can see just here as well. And this gives you a good idea on the whole size of this area just here. Obviously the Colosseum's huge and that's just this small section over here. You got all this that you can walk around. A lot of this top section, all the gardens and different buildings that remain. All the bottom section just over here as well. And I'm somewhere over here I think now, like on the top, looking down over it all. So it just gives you a bit of an idea. You can spend a whole day or maybe even a couple of days just walking around this section, you know. And it's incredible. Oh, there's a bit of shade just up here. Charlotte just managed to find a little bit of shade just to have a bit of a breather, sit down for a little bit and have a little stroll around this area. Some vending machines there, and also they have got water machines up here as well, where you can just fill your water bottle up for free around this area too. Much like the ones down the bottom, we've got them up here as well. We'll go out onto this little viewing area in just a second. Yeah, there's that huge building with the horses on and the carts that we saw earlier on when we were walking down that street. Whew, well, it was a lot of walking up those steps, but you know what? It's more than worth it when you see an amazing view like this. It's not every day you get to stand up here in Rome and look out over something so incredible. It's just amazing, isn't it? What a place. There's nowhere else quite like it. And just look at what's left of all these buildings down here, all the columns, the writing, the statues. So much to see, and obviously we're going to have a close-up look at all this section. Once we've done up this top area, we'll start making our way down there. I thought it was worth doing this high up section first with the climbing and then head down and see it all. But yeah, it's just amazing, isn't it? And you see like all the other buildings that are intact nearby. All this here, it's just nowhere quite like it. It's just so nice and peaceful looking out over the city as well. Amazing. Whew. It's just a shame it's so hot, as I'd stand here for a lot longer taking it all in. But wow, breathtaking. Lovely to come and see this again. Well, you know the famous saying, Rome wasn't built in a day, and you can really see that when you walk around, and there's the level of detail that went into the construction of all these different buildings and monuments. It is very impressive. That's one of my favourite views actually, just looking down at the Colosseum through the trees there. Beautiful. on back down all the steps then. Here into the lower section of the Roman Forum just here. So impressive though, walking around all of this.
Oh, I'm back. I was so hot. I'm just going to go and have a sit in the shade because it is so warm.
You got to be careful. You saw someone getting carried out, didn't you?
Yeah, there was a poor girl getting carried out by a tour guide. She didn't look very well at all. I think she'd just taken to the heat so bad.
Yeah, it's not the best. God, this isn't the best road surface. It's like driving on some of the roads back home with all the potholes, this, isn't it? It's like my car bouncing about, that is. There we go. Oh. Yeah, it was worth a climb up there though for them views.
I did see you. Oh, you could smell his tyres burning, can't you?
I know, yeah, well, it's not ideal, is it? Look, there we go, it's just caused damage to this as well.
Oh gosh, yeah.
Not the best. I don't think they should be driving on this, should they really?
That's not very good.
Yeah, a piece of history. Yeah, not the best, is it, driving on this? Surprised they're allowed to, actually. With it being a historic archaeological site. So the building we can see just there is the Temple of Romulus. And again, you got like all the information boards around, lots of different facts telling you about the buildings and kind of what happened there and what you can see. That's the thing, it's just thinking about over the years, you know, what's happened in all these walls, like, oh, so much history, things that have shaped our lives today, you know. Completely different world, wasn't it? This is one of my favourite buildings in Rome. I really like this, all the columns on the front. That is stunning, and it's still in quite good condition actually as well. Quite intact, like the big doors on there.
Columns are, aren't they?
Yeah, pictures and videos just don't do this justice. Like, it's an amazing sight to come and see stuff like this. Nowhere else quite like it, you know, and like we can go to these places and see like modern buildings and things, and like I love it. I love anywhere we travel to, but you come and see things like this and you realise, God, these are the days before cranes and, you know, all that heavy machinery, like all this, it was hand built. Like, look at it, how heavy some of these things must have been, and so detailed as well. I mean, we don't build buildings this detailed today, and look at all the technology that we've got now. That's another nice piece just over there as well, with the 3 columns that you can see intact and the little bit along the top just there. But you can see all sorts of remains of the buildings. Like here, you can see where would have been more columns in a line, probably like this one. And yeah, there's nowhere, I've never been anywhere quite like it, Ro.
Yeah, there's so much going on, so many different details and stuff as well.
Yeah, and you realise how close like all these buildings were as well, and just think like, you know, what happened on them steps like thousands of years ago and stuff like, oh, it's phenomenal. Yeah, before was on top of the hill just up there. You can see how much of a climb it was to get onto the top section. More than worth it though, to get some nice panoramic aerial views. That's nicely detailed there as well, isn't it? Only the corner is obviously left. And yeah, you can see that with all the brickwork on that, all them stones. Yeah, you gotta be careful walking around here. Yeah, they are. So nice and peaceful, and even though it's busy, like very spread out in here, you know, because there's a lot of areas where you can walk around and see. But obviously bear in mind, on these really hot days there's not really much shade around. A couple of trees, a couple of tunnels and things that you can maybe sit in, but other than that, not loads of shade. You are just exposed to the heat. Then we'll have to do a top up of sun cream actually, in a sec. Yeah, just I can feel my neck. Have a bit of a top up. We're carrying on our afternoon here in Rome. More ruins just here. Obviously some more of the buildings that are still very much intact just behind, so close to all of this. Obviously a lot newer buildings than what we're looking at just here. Yeah, I really like how you still got like these sections all on the floor where it's like crumbled away, and they've kept certain parts of it, you know, the best they can do really. It just makes it a lot more, well, I say authentic, but this is the real thing, you know, it's amazing. Look at the detailing on that. I can tell, you know, that would have been built up, all the steps and numerous of them columns all the way down. So impressive. Obviously this one round here is still intact more than most, so we'll get that from an angle just round the corner here. and look straight up at it as we continue on with our adventure. Oh, yeah, it's been quite a while actually. It's been nearly a month since we uploaded anything on this channel. To be honest, just been so busy, like with the Asia trip and then the wedding. So yeah, we haven't had loads of time to put things on this channel. But now we're into the summer. We've got quite a bit planned actually over the summer holidays. Some different attractions and things that we're going to be doing for the Sandbrook Adventures. So make sure you come and join us for that. And we'll take you all along. And that's a cracking view looking back across the Roman Forum and where we started off. So you've got the archway all the way at the top just there, and walked onto that top section and all the way through the different ruins down here. Oh, it's a nice breeze just standing here. I tell you what, we're struggling in this heat. But look at that, wow. The blue sky behind it just there as well. And yeah, this whole kind of front section still intact. You can see some of the writing up there on the top and just all the details in the brickwork as well. Amazing. Look at the details on the section of them two pillars just there. Whoa, there we go, 37 degrees Celsius, feels like 38. Severe high temperature warning today as well. Whoa, there's no wonder that we're so hot. Just managed to find a bit of shade over here at the side. Just sit down and have a breather and take it all in. Oh, well, there we go. That's our visit to the Roman Forum here in Rome. It was amazing walking around there. Really enjoyed it. We had a bit of a chill out in a cafe at the end for about half an hour. Just off to the left over there, where you get some ice creams and drinks, and the prices were pretty reasonable, like €2.50 for a bottle of Coke and stuff, which is great. Sometimes at these tourist attractions, they can charge a lot, can't they, for drinks and ice creams and that sort of thing. Yeah, it's pretty reasonably priced, and that was just at the end. Had a bit of shade. It is wonderful though walking around here. Obviously, we just come out through the exit. You exit somewhere different to where you go in if you want to on this side, but I think there's multiple different exits depending on where you want to go. Of course, you can just view the Roman Forum from here on the pathway as well, but I definitely recommend getting the ticket to go and have a walk around. It's more than worth it, and there's lots to see. Did you enjoy seeing it, Charlotte?
Yeah, I really enjoyed it. I wish it was a little bit cooler to be able to enjoy it because it's so hot, but it's amazing in there. Like, there's so much going up there. I'm a bit sad that I didn't go up to the top, but I was just too hot. I think I'd have collapsed.
Yeah, that's the thing. You've got to be careful though in this heat. Like, there is like an extreme heat warning at the moment here in Italy. Drink plenty of water, yeah, definitely. But I really enjoyed that. We're gonna have a bit of a stroll around some other areas of the city now, and just take it in this afternoon and get a bit of shade. Now, as you can see, there's a lot of work going on at the moment around this part of Rome. Like, a lot of the pathways are blocked off and roads, so it doesn't look the prettiest around here, but we're still going to get some nice views of this huge building that's just around the corner. Wow, look at this. It's very impressive and absolutely massive as well. I love the horse statues that you've got on the roof and the one out here at the front. The Italian flag flying high. You can just see the guards that's there as well with the big guns just up there. Wow, yeah, a lot of restoration going on out the front here. Yeah, we're gonna have a little stroll up into this, get a bit closer. There's the guards out the front, and you've also got the flame torches burning away on either side there as well. And all the statues, very nicely detailed building. Ooh, there's a lot of steps to go up here, but it is worth it for some nice views, and I believe you can pay to go up onto the roof if you want to as well. But even just from here you get some nice views looking down. Whoa. The Atrium of Liberty. Oh, only a few more steps now. I think there's these ones and then one more flight. Whoa, it's well worth the walk up to this though. Beautiful building. Very heavily detailed again, all the nice floors. You're hanging in there, Charlotte?
I'm hanging in there. I've just let Sean do something that I didn't think I'd ever say.
Go on.
I've let him just chuck water over my head.
Like, on 2 occasions as well?
I was that hot, I honestly thought I was going to collapse. I said to Sean, just lightly put a bit of water on my head. So I just went like this, and he put a bit of water on my head.
No excuses then, water eyes now.
No. I mean, I don't like it when there's like loads and loads of water.
Oh, there you go. Luckily you can have a sit down here in the shade. I think they've got like a little cafe and stuff in here, and you can purchase tickets to go inside and up to the top. I'll just sort of come and have a little walk around here. The view's nice.
Drink a nice ice cold apple juice.
Oh, that'd be good, wouldn't it?
Yeah, it would.
Apple juice. see the horse's backside
He's massive.
around here. And then a nice look out. To be honest, even without going up onto the roof, you do get a brilliant view here. It's a stunning city, Rome. Everywhere you look. Obviously a lot of work going on in this section at the moment, but yeah, once that's completed, it'll look really nice down there again. Beautiful. Oh, brilliant view from here. Looking out over the city. The Roman Forum there, and an awesome view down towards the Colosseum. On its best side here as well. You've got like all the mountains there just behind it. Oh, that is a great view. And that's a good thing. A lot of the tourist sites here in Rome are very close to each other, walking distance. We have got a very efficient metro service as well. The subway system. It's a lot smaller network than like the London Underground. I reckon that's because of how much history there is. They can't really dig underneath too much of it, you know, which is completely understandable. But yeah, it's quite easy to navigate. That's the beauty. If you know what you're doing on like the London Underground, you'll be fine going to any of these cities around the world, really. It's like when we did the Asia trip. You know, learning the Underground at a young age was a great help because it meant, you know, we can get around so much easier in these cities. We have found the place to be. Look at this massive fan. In fact, there's two of them, but this one's facing right at us in this nice little cafe with a watermelon slush just there.
What a class.
€4. Yeah, they got a full service bar up here. Looking out over the city. Beautiful. Yeah, you can just get soft drinks, bottles. Got some pizzas up there, some wine. I think we might have some Pinot Grigio as well, and a few other bits that you can get up here if you fancy it. Cocktails as well. What are you laughing at? Pinot Grigio. Oh, that was lovely. Just sat in there having a drink, and yeah, I just wanted to show you where you've got the lift that takes you up onto the roof. You do have to pay for that, but you do get access to go inside, along with the panoramic terrace, the museum, and a few other exhibitions as well. It's €17 to do that, but there's a reduced fare for €4. Visitors aged 18 until the day before their 25th birthday. That's quite good, and free admission for those under 18. So yeah, that's one for you. Like I said, we haven't got time to do that one today, but that's where you can do it. You can head up onto the roof there. And we're just exiting from this wonderful area now. You do need to walk around the back of the building and then down through the steps on the inside to exit, but it does mean you get to enjoy some of the wonderful interior of this building, including the horses just up there. Love a good horse statue, and obviously you've got the ones up on the roof as well. Yeah, it's very nice, beautiful building. And that slushy was great as well.
Oh, that was beautiful. That was so refreshing.
Refreshing, oh look at that. That'll be me in the shower, that will, after a hot day. Oh, this music's very fitting with the end of our trip. It's been a brilliant day. Really enjoyed having an explore around Rome. Of course, there's so many sights to see. Lots and lots to explore around Rome. I'm sure we'll be back again at some point in the future. Remember, last time I was here, I saw the Pope actually as well down at the Vatican. We've not had time to go down there this trip, but I'm sure we'll be back in Rome at some point in the future, especially because we love cruising now. It's quite a popular stop for getting on cruises. Civitavecchia, am I saying it right? Civitavecchia, something like that?
So yeah, that's how you say it on the cruise, I think.
Civitavecchia, that's like the Rome main port, which is about an hour away on the train. That's how we got down there for our cruise. Well, there we go, one last look there, the Colosseum. We're just going to get on the metro now, back up towards the Termini station, and then yeah, we'll get our bags back to the airport and fly back to London. And here's a look at the subway system in Rome. Yeah, it's nice and easy to navigate. So what you do is you buy one of these rechargeable cards for 50 cents, and then you just top it up for your journeys, and it costs €1.50 for a journey, so not bad at all really. Oh, yeah, sit here and wait for the train. They're not quite as frequent as the London Underground. We've got a 5-minute wait until the next one. The Walt Disney World monorail, doesn't it, when it pulls in with a stripe down it? Let's go. 2 stops down and we'll be at Termini. And the station's called Colosseum, right next door to the Colosseum. Yeah, 2 stops down to Termini. It stops at Cavour and then Termini, which is that main train station. And here we go, we're back here at the main station. So we're just going to have a stroll around to the hotel, which is literally 5 minutes around the corner. Grab our bags that we've left in the secure storage, and then we'll wrap up our sightseeing vlog, the end of our trip here to Rome, Italy. And it's been fantastic. Well, it's been a hot day, but you know what? We've had a lovely day seeing the sights here in Rome. Of course, starting off with the Trevi Fountain.
Oh, I really enjoyed seeing that, and I also chucked my coin in as well.
Yeah, it was nice. I definitely recommend heading down there at the start of the day. A little bit less busier than it probably gets later on, unless you want to go down like 3 in the morning. There's probably not many about. There's probably a few.
I bet there is.
But yeah, like we started off our day down there, and that was great. Then, of course, we had a stroll up to the Colosseum and a walk around that amazing building. I mean, it's spectacular, isn't it?
Oh, that was fantastic. I really enjoyed going in there. It's definitely worth paying to go in there if you are in Rome.
Oh, 100%. Like, you can't come to Rome and see the
Definitely
sights
not.
and not go into the Colosseum, but that was amazing. And then it was the hottest part of our day, but I still really enjoyed it. That was the walk around the Roman Forum, to see like all the ruins around there, all the different columns and pillars, all the statues, the writing. Like, there's so much around there, isn't there?
I didn't expect it to be that big. There was so much to walk around, but it was so hot.
That top section's great as well. It's a bit of a trek up there in the heat. We do get some nice views. Of course, though, bear in mind you can fill up your water bottle in lots of places for free. There's still quite a lot of cafes and things around as well, like that one at the big building that we went to near the end, where it's not too expensive to buy some drinks and stuff. You've got to stay hydrated when it's this hot. But there we go. Thanks for joining us for this vlog. Like I say, it's been the first video on this channel in almost a month. We've just been so busy with everything. We've got quite a lot coming up on both channels over summer, but we've dedicated quite a few things for throughout August to go on this channel, so we look forward to taking you along on all of our different adventures. But as always, thank you very much for watching, and have your own adventures. Goodbye.